I think it's safe to say that Billy is one of the weirdest characters in Roblox. And you know what? We're gonna make him even weirder. And what better way to do this than turn him into yet another vehicle? Now this time around, though, we're gonna make things a little bit more complicated. So starting off, we're actually gonna have to build the head. All right, now this right here is gonna be the Billy Mobile. Now, actually, quite importantly, we gotta make sure that every individual part right here of the face is actually connected, you know, to the actual build itself, because otherwise they're just simply gonna fall out. So we're gonna make this invisible, and yeah, that should now all stick together. And we're gonna select the inside right here and actually turn off the collision, because yeah, like I said, this right here is actually gonna be our vehicle. All right, now this guy right here is actually gonna get turned into a freaking helicopter. All right, you know, for the neck and arms part, that right there is looking not the greatest. We're gonna have to make this whole thing a little bit skinnier. But that right there is actually looking pretty good. All right, now the way I'm actually gonna make it even possible to transform is that actually I'm gonna make a bit of a creative decision right here. I'm gonna have the same piece for the neck right there as I am for the crotch. So yeah, we're gonna take this exact same. Actually, wait, this is not the same. Dang it. Okay, wait. All right, there you go. Okay, now it is the correct size. Okay, we're gonna take this whole thing and we're actually gonna clone it down. All right, so when we actually pretty much shrink this together with pistons using 2 pistons set to exactly 10 blocks, we can bring this back perfectly. All right, so just by adding a single one of these servos right here, we've pretty much went ahead and built ourselves the Build-A-Coptimator. Okay, wait, actually, collision is messing things up. And because I added that in, I actually messed some things up. But yeah, that right there is the general idea. All right, so with only a couple of fixes, we actually have this puppy right here. And yeah, that right there is actually going to be the top of our helicopter. Bro, that looks so goofy. All right, now you might think to yourself, Jesse, if you want to build a helicopter, doesn't the thing go on top? And actually, for that, I have a really good idea. And pretty much the only thing that's going to make it possible is the fact that we can actually flip the entire face around. So now, when I actually flick the lever, what you should see is that things are going to get kind of weird, but also they should work. All right, flick the lever! What? Oh, wait, the lever's not linked. All right, here we go. Replace the lever. And a boom! Okay, wait. Okay, I might have messed up the angle here. Oh, wait, it's actually colliding with stuff. There it is. Okay, actually, also, I need to do 180 degrees, not 90 degrees. But, dude, look at that. If we just simply flip the entire face upside down, we pretty much have an upside-down Billy mech. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yeah, okay, you cannot set these to 180. So, we're actually going to have to use a second one. All right, and there it is. There we go. Now that we can manage to do this, all we're going to have to do is simply, you know, flip the entire build around one more time. Oh, this thing is gonna be so weird. All right, now if I'm not mistaken, when I just simply get this thing set up now, all I gotta do is flick the lever. Oh, there you go, flick the lever. And we have gone into heli mode, baby. That is so weird. All right, well, next up, it's gonna be our helicopter blades, which is also just so happen gonna be our arms. All right, so to be honest with you, I actually wasn't even sure what I was actually working on, if it was even possible, okay? But I did a little bit of testing right here, and it might look like a little bit of a mess right now. So right now, I've actually kind of like separated the head, which is going to obviously be the body of the helicopter, from the body. So this right here is like the body of the mech, but it's going to, of course, be like the wings that are going to be spinning around. Now, right now, what I'm working on is just simply adding in a bunch of arms right here that can, you know, be retracted to pretty much end up exactly the way you would just imagine an arm to look. If I anchor this, that right there is not right. We actually got to move this entire thing a little bit closer, but the idea is that the leg itself will perfectly align back with the rest of the body. But then we still have a problem, and that's the fact that, you know, a helicopter doesn't fly with its wings, you know, facing upwards. You know, if I flip this whole thing around, everything would be pointing the wrong way. So I did a little bit of testing right here, and if you actually have everything rotated by 15 degrees, when you set one of these right here to 75, bro, look at this, look at this, look at this. It goes perfectly straight, and this right here is gonna be your wing. Dude, when I apply this to every single one of these limbs, dude, trust me, it's gonna look absolutely ridiculous, but also amazing. But first things first, I'm actually gonna have to move all of this stuff right here. You know, this thing right here might actually become the world's strangest transformer ever made in Build-A-Boat. All right, well, let's see if this thing is gonna do anything at all. All right, please just do. Okay, wait. Wait, this is good. Okay, wait. So I think what I'm seeing right now is that when I actually retract these, I mean, as you can see, everything lines up pretty well. Like, that right there is a pretty good looking set of legs. But when I actually, you know, flip the legs to turn them into helicopters, I mean, that's actually not, is that bad? I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add a second piston that actually moves them back down a little bit for when I actually start using them as helicopters. And that should pretty much fix everything. So the only thing I gotta do to be able to do that is first make some measurements. I'll take this whole thing and we're gonna start moving it. All right, we gotta move it about that much. All right, now there's a lot of mechanics happening here, and honestly, it's getting a little bit confusing. But here, I think I have exactly what I need. All right, so this right here is just going to be the setup to actually just make the whole thing even work. And that puts them in a place where the legs just look like legs. And then all we need is a lever like this one right here to turn it into a helicopter. Oh, dude, that's going to look amazing. All right, this right here is with the mechanics actually, you know, transparent. So you can actually see what it's doing right here. So the legs are stretched out, and that right here is going to be our helicopter, baby. So yeah, all I've done right here is I've just gone ahead and actually just cloned all of the mechanics, and we just want to make sure that nothing here is overlapping. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so after a little bit of testing, I think it's safe to say that this thing right here is literally beyond curse. Dude, what? Well, on that note, I think all we have left to do is actually just simply hooking up all of the mechanics, you know, to work properly. All right, so I have pretty much everything set up now, but I realized that I made a major mistake, and I don't know, guys, there seems to be one body part missing. So after doing a little bit of thinking, I actually came up with a way that I can actually have like these little pieces right here that pretty much move to fill in the torso. I don't know if this actually makes any sense, but that piece right there would pretty much perfectly fill in that gap. And actually, this right here is the exact same piece as that one, so I should be able to just kind of move it back perfectly inside of there, if that makes any sense. And that right there is what this piston is for. So yeah, I connected this piece right here to the rest of the build with an invisible block, and I think if I now retract everything... Come on, please! Okay, the entire build dropped. Okay, I messed something up. Oh wait, I just needed to reload. Okay, I actually just needed to reload, and now I think when I just actually unencrypt everything, it doesn't drop. When I contract that, it ends up perfectly in the right place. And now, if I would actually push that, you know, right there, as you can see, we've got ourselves a torso. I just got to do the exact same thing on the bottom half. All right, so we've... so far, we've actually made, you know, the Millie Mech that can actually transform, which is already pretty crazy, but I now have to do what I think might actually be the most complicated part, which is turn this into an actual helicopter. Because honestly, I don't think I've ever built a proper helicopter before that flies like really well. But before I'm actually even going to focus on that, I'm actually going to make all of the mechanics here invisible, just because it's going to make it way easier to see what's actually going to be going on. So everything I painted like pinkish, you know, needs to go invisible. But until it is actually invisible, it's still kind of hard to tell what you're actually working on. All right, so there it is. That is with everything invisible. Oh my goodness. You know what? I just want to activate this thing one time while everything is actually invisible, because I think it's going to look completely different than from before. Okay, we're going to unanchor. We're going to just simply press the lever on top, which is just going to disappear, and that, you know, sets everything up. Now that right there, come on. It still looks like Billy. And who would have ever thought when you flick this lever right here, it would actually turn into a helicopter? Oh my god, it actually looks so good. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this thing fly somehow. All right, now, one way of doing this, I've seen people use thrusters and stuff before, so you know what? I'm just gonna try out actually just simply placing a hyper thruster at the end of every single limb. Like so, like, well, what is this actually gonna do? I actually have no idea. All right, thrusters have been placed. We're gonna flick that lever right there. All right, let's try actually doing some stuff here. We're gonna go into helicopter mode, which actually flips up upside down. Perfect, perfect. Dude, look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's go! Okay, you know what? The bottom half is like what's actually spinning right here. Wait, the head isn't supposed to spin. The things are supposed to spin. But you know what? That actually does make sense. Now that you think about the fact that the rest of the body is actually way heavier. Okay, so we're gonna just have to make the actual head like way more heavy, and the heaviest block in the game is actually titanium. So we're actually gonna replace this invisible block right here with another invisible block, but this time made out of titanium. Let's see if this changes anything. Okay, you know what? It actually seems like it might have actually changed some things. All right, I activate this and literally nothing happens. But I mean, at least we can still do the transformation. What if I just remove these? Oh my god, okay, wait, we're actually spinning. I think all I'm actually gonna have to do is simply add the parts to fly with this thing. Wait, this is way easier than I thought it was gonna be. All right, I think it's all done. It's officially all done. We're gonna, okay, we're actually gonna flick that lever, which is gonna turn us into the giant Billy. Now, the legs, they don't actually love to play nice all that much. I've got everything set to green torque, but I don't know. He just really loves doing the splits. But of course, more importantly, oh my god, what is lagging? What is lagging, my dude? Oh, of course, people are just firing a million cannonballs at me. What am I doing with the legs, dude? Hey, man, are you good? Hey, they don't know. They don't know! It's actually a helicopter! Let's go! Now, actually, for a mech with this many moving parts, it flies surprisingly well. Okay, at the moment I let my, the thing go, though, it's a bit of it's a bit bad. But if I don't, it's actually pretty good. Flick the lever. Transform! Oh my god. Helicopter, what is going on? Okay, now, dude, my only thing that really, bro, wait, what? Wait. Oh, come on, man. Come on! What are you doing? All right, well, lucky for us, it is actually pretty easy to set the whole thing up again. I mean, literally only have to load it in and flick 2 levers, dude. It is so simple. Oh my god. Okay. We do have a really real helicopter, but also, and of course, more importantly, we have the Billycopter. Oh my god, dude. Bro, I am actually so shocked with how well this is flying. Dude, this thing is so ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, I've actually broken, what? I don't know which leg that is. I don't even know if that's a leg or an arm.